Good afternoon. I welcome you all in digital class of biology. As we all know students that in our last lecture we have studied about the uses of microbes in sewage treatment. Today I would like to start with my new topic, that is the uses of microbes in production of biogas. But before that I would like to motivate you with the sayings of Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. He says that if you want to see the brave, look at those who can forgive. Okay, again I'll repeat. If you want to see the brave, look at those who can forgive. Okay, but if you want to see the heroic, look at those who can love in return for hated. Heroic means students the person who show empathy and compassion for others, okay, and who feel concern and care for the people around them and are able to feel what those in need of help. Okay, so I want that you all to be a heroic, okay, and should love in return for hatred also. Okay, I hope so that the thing is clear to you what Krishna want to say. Okay, so with this motivated thought I would like to start with my new topic, that is the uses of microbes in biogas production. Students, I'm sure that this term, that is biogas, is not at all new to you. Yes, because you have studied this in your junior classes also. Okay, anyone can tell me that what is biogas? Your simple definition would be that, ma'am, it is a renewable source of energy. Yes or no? Something like that? Yes. But today we will understand about its proper definition. Okay, and we will understand that it is not a simple gas, it is not a single gas, but it is a mixture of gases. Okay, so its proper definition is that it is a mixture of inflammable gases. Okay, it is a mixture of inflammable gases such as methane, carbon dioxide, hydrogen and hydrogen sulfide, which are produced by microbial activities, and can be used as fuel. Remember student, the chief constituent of biogas is methane, okay, and it is about 65% in this gas. Understood? Very important for your competitive point of view. Through this picture it is clearly visible to us that how the organic waste is used in the production of electricity and heat with the help of some machinery like structure. Is there visible to you? Yes, today we will study about this machinery. Okay, in that you can easily produce electricity and heat, and that we can use in our household activities. Students, there are two type of biogas plants. Okay, out of them only one is in your syllabus. Okay, but I will say that first one is the fixed dome type of biogas plant and the second is floating gas holder type of biogas plant, but we will study only about the floating gas holder type of biogas plant because it is only in your syllabus. The picture that is visible to you, okay, it is a floating gas holder type of biogas plant. Okay, and it has following chamber. Okay, first is your mixing tank. Where is mixing tank? This is your mixing tank. Okay, and it is present above the ground level. Clear? It contains slurry. What is slurry? It is a mixture of dung and water. Okay, this is your mixing tank. Second is your digester tank. This is your digester tank. Clear? It is present deep. Okay, deep in the ground. Okay, and it have well like structure and it is divided into two chamber, okay, by a partition wall in between. It has two long cement pipe, inlet pipe opening. This is okay into the inlet chamber for the introduction of the slurry. Okay, your slurry will move from here to here, And second is outlet pipe opening. This is okay, into the overflow tank for removal of spent slurry. This okay, and then this sludge is used as a fertilizer. Clear? This is your digester tank. Okay, this is your digester tank. It consists of two long cement pipes, that is inlet pipe, this one, and outlet pipe, this one. Clear? Inlet pipe, okay, for the introduction of the slurry. Clear? From here. Whereas outlet pipe for the removal of the spent slurry, and now it is known as sludge and it is used as a fertilizer. Clear? Next is gas holder. This is your gas holder. Clear? It is an inverted steel drum which is resting above the digester. Okay, the drum can move up and down. Okay, and the gas holder has an outlet at the top which could be connected to the gas stove, the thing which is in green color. Okay, from here it is supplied to your house. Clear? Now let us study about its working. Okay, first of all, slurry. We will take a slurry. Slurry is a mixture of a dung and a water, and it is prepared in your mixing tank. Clear? The prepared slurry is fed into the inlet chamber of the digester through the inlet pipe. Clear? And then it will be here. Clear? And then the plant is left unused for about 2 months, and the introduction of more slurry is stopped. During this period, anaerobic fermentation of biomass takes place in the presence of water and produces biogas in the digester. Clear? Biogas, being lighter, rises up and start collecting in the gas holder. The gas holder now start moving up. Clear? And the gas holder cannot rise up beyond a certain level. As more and more gas start collecting, more pressure begins to be exerted on the slurry. Okay, and the spent slurry is now forced into the outlet chamber from the top of the inlet chamber. Clear? When the outlet chamber gets filled with the spent slurry, this one, okay, the excess is forced out through the outlet pipe into the overflow tank. This is later used as manure for the plant. Okay, it is used as a manure and not a fertilizer, because fertilizer is man-made. Okay, here it is used as a manure. After that, the gas valve of the gas outlet is open to get a supply of biogas, and once the production of biogas begins, once the production of the biogas begins, a continuous supply of gas can be ensured by regular supply of spent slurry and introduction of the fresh slurry. I hope so you have understood about the working of this floating dome type of biogas plant. Now we will study about the disadvantages. Okay, it is quite expensive. Okay, and the steel drum, okay, of which this digester is formed of, it may get rust and it require regular maintenance. Certain advantages are there, not certain but many advantages. Okay, like it have high calorific value, it produces clean fuel, no residue produced, no smoke is produced, it is non-polluting economically, okay, and can be supplied through pipelines, and it burns readily as a convenient ignition temperature. Where we can use this biogas, okay, we can use it as a domestic fuel for street lighting, for the generation of electricity, and if it is compressed, it can replace compressed natural gas for uses in vehicle also. Okay, but as we all know that beside some merits, okay, it have some limitation also. Okay, as the initial cost of this installation of this plant is high, okay, and the number of cattle owned by an average family of farmer is inadequate to feed a biogas plant. In short, I would like to state that it is a clean source of energy, okay, and biogas plant have been in operation for a long period of time, especially in rural areas around the globe, okay, and the research organization should focus on newer, efficient, low cost design. Okay, so here I have finished the uses of microbes in production of biogas. Okay, I hope so that the concept is clear to you. Okay, please see this PowerPoint presentation again for any doubt. Clear? You can also call me for any query. Thank you. Have a nice day.